Here we go for a 2024 vinyl Tugg. And this one's going to concentrate on one band with a few side roads. And this is the first side road, not the main one. I went to a black metal show last night at the Outer Limits Lounge down in Detroit. The bands on the bill didn't really impress me, but wow, that place was packed. They couldn't have put another person in there. All those people showed up for what I thought was kind of boring. But anyway, there was a guy with a box of records there, and I bought one of the records from him, and I guess this artist is from Michigan somewhere, maybe even Detroit. And this artist is called Tither. I think Tither. Anyway, check out that album cover. I couldn't just leave that in the box. That is a great album cover. Simple, yet very effective. There's the back. And what does Tither sound like? It sounds like black metal. Nothing too impressive, but you know, it's not terrible. Oh, and this is the see-through record. Anyway, this is the record I picked up at the show last night that wasn't very interesting. And it is Tither. There you go. I'll show that one more time. I like this album cover. It's very creepy. Okay. Now, I also picked up a cassette. And this is the cassette. The Accused Splatter Rock. And this is from, I don't know when this is from, 1990? Yeah, 1990, 91. It's on Nasty Mix Records. There's the lyrics. And a little order form to order stuff from Nasty Mix and The Accused. T-shirt. $14. Wow. Anyway, there it is, the cassette of Splatter Rock by The Accused. And you might be going, that's too small to see, can't see it. Well, I've got you covered. There you go. Now you can see it. All right. And here's the disco. And that's what I got at the show. Okay. This is a from worst to best, in my opinion. So here we go. Let's get this out of the way. And let's get into this. It's the Exploited. This is the Exploited Live and Loud. And this is the Exploited record that I play the least. And it is what it says it is. It's live and loud and coming apart. There you go. This is the Exploited Live, Loud, and Coming Apart. There's a record that goes with it. With the jacket that's falling apart. Okay, this is the Exploited live at the White House. And again, I don't play this one very often. I don't know why, it just really doesn't grab me. Here's a big poster that came with it of the band. So there you go, live at the White House. Not one of my favorites, but you know, it's a good album. Yeah, that's sticky. I don't want that sticking to the album. There. You stick right there. Oh, and here's the green record. Live at the White House, green. All right, and here's another one that gets lots of praise. This is Beat the Bastards. And there's probably like four good songs on this record. This is the double LP, with side B being bonus stuff live in St. Petersburg. And it's just live stuff on the back of the second record. And here's what the album looks like. Very, very yellow. And there's another yellow record. And here are the inner sleeves that the records went in. Again, they just used the same artwork again and again on this release. Just more and more of that skull on Beat the Bastards. Now here's a copy of the same album, but it's just a single album, doesn't have the live tracks on it, and it's autographed by Waddy, the lead singer. Yeah, and the songs on this that I like are Beat the Bastards, Affected by Them, A Law for the Rich, Don't Blame Me. Yeah, there you go. Those are the songs I like. And this is the little record holder for inside of the album. I guess the system's fucked up. I guess I like that song. And here's the original rough trade of it. All right, we're getting to the top ones. All right, this is the Exploited Singles Collection. This one's pretty good. I like this one. It's got Computers Don't Blunder. I always thought that song was funny. Dogs of War, Blown to Bits, Dead Cities, Rival Leaders, Class War, Attack, Alternative. Lots of songs on this singles collection. And it comes with this 7-inch with SPG Live and Cop Cars Live. There you go. And that's where the singles collection is in the rankings. Okay, here's the Exploited's very first record, Punk's Not Dead. And this one's good. It's I don't think it's as good as their stuff in the 80s, but it's memorable, that's for sure. First time you hear those catchy little songs, you don't forget them. Here's a lyric sheet that came with it. With the song Mucky Pup. And here's what the album looks like. More yellow stuff. What's my favorite song on this thing? I think it would be Son of a Copper. I like Son of a Copper. That one's good. All right. Next up is the Exploited Horror Epics. And this is a special edition of the album with 2 extra songs on it. Extra songs are Race Against Time and Propaganda. And what's inside this thing that's... Oh, poster. There's a poster inside this. And it's, there you go. It's a smaller poster this time. And what are my favorite songs on the Horror Epics LP? Favorite song is Maggie, of course. I Hate You, that one's good. My Life, I like My Life on this album. Yeah, My Life, I Hate You, and Maggie. Those are the standouts on this. And the reason why this ranks higher than the first album is I like those songs better than Son of a Copper. All right, here's the record that goes with it. Now, here's another copy of it. This is on Combat Core Records, and this doesn't have the extra songs on it. But it does come with this lyric sheet. And it also came with this record in it, too. Oh, and that's not it for the Horror Epics. Here's another copy of Horror Epics. And this one has very minty vinyl. Okay, and this is the one that's playing in the background, and this is the Exploited War Now. The song War Now is very, very good. This one's only got 3 songs on it. United Chaos and Anarchy, and Sexual Favors, dub version, fill out side 2, and there's only 1 song on side 1, and that is War Now. Songs on side 2 are okay, but man, War Now. Love that song. In fact, it's playing right now. And here's the album. On the fabulous Rough Justice. Man, this thing's kind of scratched up. I should get a better version of this. All right. Here is the Exploited Let's Start a War. And the reason why this one is above the War Now and all of that is because of the song Let's Start a War. And what's the other song on here that I just think is the best? Psycho. I love that song Psycho on this release. Plus the album cover is really cool. That's a cool album cover. Anyway, False Hopes. I guess that's good. I really can't remember what False Hopes, the song on this LP, sounds like. Rival Leaders. That's a great song. Should We Can't We. That one's, or Should We Can't We. That one's good too. This is a good album. And here is the record that came with it. It's not all just record jackets. Sometimes there's records in them. Okay. Let's get into this, baby. This is Troops of Tomorrow. This one's got lots of good songs on it. UK 82. Sid Vicious Was Innocent. Germs. USA Alternative. Rapist. Lots of great songs on this thing. I love that Troops of Tomorrow record. It's like totally rockin'. All right. And there's the Troops of Tomorrow record. I think I'm getting sick. It is wintertime. Oh, here comes a record that is very mighty. This is the Exploited, the Massacre. Every song on this baby is out of sight. And this is the bonus LP, double LP. And side D's got songs from a record that is coming up next after this one. Why they just don't re-release that record, I don't know, but they on side D there's some songs from it. Anyway, not one bad song on this thing. I'm looking them over. Nope, not one bad song. Wow. So if you want an Exploited record that every song is your favorite, The Massacre is the record for you. Again, they just really use that skull in these inner sleeves. Okay, let's get the vinyl out. There you go. That's what the records look like on the special super duper version of The Massacre. Now here's the original of it. I bought this record at in Riverside, California, at Mad Platter Records on, I think it's Whole Avenue. Vinyl Richie will be able to correct me whether it's Whole Road or Whole Avenue. I got $5 says it's Whole Road. Anyway, this is autographed by Waddy. And this is just the regular version that came out in 1990. And this one's got a tear in it. Don't know where that tear came from. And here's the record. Whee! There it is. Man, every song's good. Not one song that you kind of say, if it gets skipped, no big deal. Okay. Now this next record has songs that I would skip. But the songs I wouldn't skip they're wow. That's all I got to say is they're just intense. Let's hear about those songs. Anti-UK. Out of Sight, man. Out of Sight. Damn, that song's good. Death Before Dishonor. It's good. Adding to Their Fears. Good. Police Informer. Good. Drive Me Insane. Good. No Forgiveness. Really good. There you go. So, like Barry Prossett and Scale the Dairy Wall and Power Struggle and Sexual Favors, I can take them or leave them. But Anti-UK, Death Before Dishonor, Police Informer, and Don't Really Care, and No Forgiveness, you gotta hear them. Man, you just gotta hear those songs. Every day if possible. And here's the little lyric sheet, collage picture thing. And here's what the album looks like. But wait, you might want to see the original of that album. Bought in fabulous Las Vegas, and here it is. What's in there? Oh, a flyer from a Dr. No and Exploited show. This is the Combat Corps Rough Justice copy. And here's the lyric sheet. And I think I picked this thing up. I used to have a cassette of it. But I think I picked this record up at the Music Plus on Highland Avenue in fabulous San Bernardino, California. And here is what the record looks like. So that's Death Before Dishonor. It's got some songs on it that are but the songs that aren't that, they're big. They're 10 feet tall. Okay, here we go. Here comes what I consider the second best. And this is Fuck the System. This is the second best. This one's autographed, but you can't really see it because Waddy autographed the dark part of it. Anyway, this thing. That's the original. Original lyric sheet. And original record. On, what record label is this on? Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher Records. This one was hard to find. That took a lot of searching to find that thing. But they re-released it. And this re-release is just as hard to find as that thing. Anyway, Side D has got more songs from Death Before Dishonor on it. So I think if you buy both of these, the Massacre and Fuck the System, you might get most of the Death Before Dishonor record. Anyway, there's what it looks like. And this thing has probably 5 good songs on it. The rest of them are But again, like I said before, man, the song Fuck the System, and then second song Fucking Liar, and then third song Holiday in the Sun. 3 songs that you cannot live without. Man, those things can be listened to daily, day after day after day. They're that good. Side B. I Never Changed. That one's pretty good. Why Are You Doing This to Me? That's side C. That one's great. Was It Me? That one's pretty good. Man, the first 3 on this thing. Man, once you hear those, you can't live without them. They're phenomenally good on this release. And I think this is going to be the last record that The Exploited ever put out. And when did this thing come out? Like 2000 or... I don't know. This thing came out a long time ago. And I can understand why they don't make a new record. I don't know how they're going to beat that one. I just don't know how they're going to beat this record. Maybe they're right to not attempt it. There you go. These are also, if you find these, they're expensive. So I think the company that made those, or made that re-release, should re-release it again, so people can get that record and rock out to it. Okay. This is the last one. Every song on this thing is every song on this thing is like the 3 songs, our first 3 songs on this Fuck the System record. And it is the Jesus is Dead EP. Politicians, Jesus. Oh, this has got 4 songs on it. Jesus is Dead, Politicians, Drug Squad Man, Privacy Invasion. The best. This is the best thing The Exploited have ever put out. This thing needs a re-release with some bonus songs and a poster. This thing needs to get the treatment. And here's the record on the Rough Justice. And here's another copy of it. This is the censored version, but it's got same songs on it. And there's a picture of the first time I ever saw The Exploited. Let's get this out. Oh, I can't. Well, here. This is the very first time I ever saw The Exploited. There's one picture of Waddy, and then there's one picture of, I think, the bass player. And that was at Fender's Ballroom in Long Beach, California. Back in, I think, 87 or 88. It was when this was the new album. The Jesus is Dead was the record that they were promoting on the tour. And I have a t-shirt from it. It's very thin and old and too small. Anyway, there you go. Jesus is Dead. That's the best Exploited record, and it cannot be argued. That one's the best. And that's all my Exploited records. I think I have some 7-inch records, some older ones, but they're just songs from the singles collection, so why show them? Okay, so that's my vinyl Tugg for the first of the year. And I wouldn't change my ranking of these Exploited records for nothing, because I'm right. Okay, let's get putting these things away. I love taking them out. I love putting them away. It's just fun to have them.